Hello, YouTube gamers. So we are continuing our historic Brawl challenge where we try to get 5 wins before we get 5 losses. We are currently going through all of these monocolored Dominus cards that came out in New Phyrexia, building decks around these guys. I've already done the white and the black, so check those out if you're interested. And now we're doing the green, which is Zopandrel. I guess that's how you say that. Hunger Dominus. So he's a 4/6 reach for 7, which is pretty bad at stats-wise for its mana cost. But at the beginning of each combat, you double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn, and that's even on your opponent's combat. So, pretty strong power there. That definitely makes up for the weaker stat line for its mana. And then, of course, for 2 Phyrexian green, you can sacrifice 2 other creatures to put a destructible counter on them, which just helps them survive more. And I'm running a lot of the low mana spells that where are they? Like Snakeskin Veil, Tameo Safekeeping, and a couple others that help protect him from exile effects, because he's definitely going to be a high-value target from the opponent. And we want to try and keep him alive as best we can. And then, of course, the rest is a lot of mana ramp and just some other smaller good value or ramp creatures to try and get him up faster. And also give us, creatures that I can just play down to help me ramp and then sacrifice later to his ability if I need to. Things that I don't really care about being on the board. And then we go into it's kind of a mid-range deck with a slight aggro bent maybe, because I'll get a lot of early damage in with some of these probably. But the real power in the deck is going to be when we start getting into the mid-game and start hopefully getting out some of these big creatures faster because of all of our ramp and such. And then getting them doubled up with him to kill our opponents quickly. And I just realized there was one card I should add to this deck that I forgot to add in from before, and that is Swiftfoot Boots. Because giving things haste in green is ridiculous. So let's add that right now. I'm not sure what to take out just yet, but that's going to go in for sure. I might even just take out one of these other protection spells for that one, because it is better than a lot of them. I'm just not sure which. Or maybe I can take out one of these not as good. Yeah, Nature's Way can come out. So anyway, we do have a bit of a lower land base than I usually do. I'm only running 32 total land. And that's when you include these kind of lands here, which a couple of them come in tapped, so they're not fast lands, but this deck doesn't need fast lands as much as some other decks do. But there probably will be times where these hurt us, that they have to come in tapped if we play them as land. But that's okay. Most of our land will come in untapped, at least most of the time. And we have lots of ways to kind of get to the point where we can get lots of mana to get these big guys out and hopefully kill our opponent pretty quick. It'll probably be a slow deck in the sense that it won't really go off until like turn 5, 6, 7, something like that. But then once it does go off, it should be pretty explosive and win quickly. At least in theory, but let's find out. There is still one card in the deck that I'm still not sure about. I just want to try it out, so I kept it in over some other cards that maybe are better, but I'm not sure. But I want to try this Glorious Sunrise. I think it's an interesting card. Alright, so let's do battle. And I typically feel like mono green is kind of on the weak side for Brawl. At least in the past, I've had less success with mono green decks than I have with pretty much any other monocolor decks. Except maybe with Vorinclex, because Vorinclex is pretty OP, but I don't generally play that deck. Though it is in this deck. I think that I need more land. I want to have at least 2 land in my starting hand. And a ramper, good, good. Alright, this looks good. Ooh, especially with this guy. I love this guy. And when things work out, line up right, you get a 2 mana, 2/3, which is pretty good for 2 mana, and you ramp shield. It's really good. That's a Giada deck. Giada can be pretty damn strong and fast as well, so hopefully they don't kill us before we can get our things. So far the Giada deck's coming out a bit slow, which is good for us. Check a 1-drop right now, that would be excellent. I'd rather do this. And I got no reason to hold this back, so I'll just switch one. Never never know when one damage might matter. Okay, Giada comes down with nothing else with it. That's good for us, for sure. Alright, so I've got 4 mana. And missing a land drop is not terribly surprising here, because we do have a low number of land in the deck. But I think if I go Gala Greeters into probably the Llanowar Loam Speaker, that'll get us a treasure, and he's a mana ramp as well. That'll get us as close as playing a commander. Which, definitely one of those guys we want to get out as quick as possible. Another option would be to go with this guy and just go Trample Haste right away. But I don't think I like that as much, so I'm going to do this. Besides, getting this guy down means I'll get more value out of it later as well. And I do best outside play Evan. There's also a temptation to kill my opponent's commander right now, but I don't think I really need to. Oh, that's annoying, but it's fine. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually play this card before. I mean, it's one of those ones that turns into a land, so none of those are really bad exactly. Some are better than others. He's playing this because it makes a... I guess it counts as an angel and all, but... Odd choice. Ooh, this guy's kind of interesting, isn't he? Oh no, he's the one that just gets bigger on his own. He's still a good beatdown creature to get him on a turn 1, which we didn't. Alright, now I might kill the Giada. Now that my opponent's getting more mana, he's getting to the range where he can start getting the really big, nasty angels out. So we probably want to slow that down. And I've got 5 mana right now, so... I guess I could do... Devouring Tendrils, Ascendant Leader, and Pack Leader, I suppose. Let's do this first. Sure, I control, I don't control, do that. Alright, so now drawing some mana would be good. Oh, that's bad for us, for sure. That's why he left the Giada in the graveyard. I figured he must have something going on like that. But risky, because if I kill that thing, Giada's stuck in the graveyard, potentially forever. What? Alright, that was a really strange concede. I could understand conceding if I killed that, but I wasn't going to be able to kill that. That was a really weird concede to me. I thought my opponent was actually doing just fine. I actually wasn't even certain we were going to be able to win that game. But okay, we'll take a free win. Another team. Still don't really feel like the deck got tested very well there. That is one of the downsides to Historic Brawl, having absolutely no winning or incentive for winning, really. It's all just for fun. So sometimes as soon as opponent just falls behind or even makes a slight mistake that you don't even notice, they just leave, you know? So it's not always possible to get good games in, but there are enough people out there that actually want to stick with it and play the games out until it is pretty definitely over that it's still worth playing. Ooh, Gix is going to be a tough match, most likely, depending on how my opponent's deck is built, I suppose. But Gix is real scary. It's become one of my more powerful decks that I built. Gets a lot of wins. This hand seems okay. I got some ramp. The Olven Mold Oddity should be able to get some fast damage in, or at least put some good blockers up to keep our Gix at bay. Unless he gets lots of Death Touchers, which is likely. But not much I can do about that. Hopefully we can draw some removal, but I'm going to keep this hand. It seems like it has potential. Gingerbread. Okay. Oh, he's playing hand destruction. What a dick. Only weak players play hand destruction like that. At least in Brawl. I'd understand it if we were actually playing for something. Really think I was going to block that? I don't know, it feels like it would have been better to play your Gix there. Okay. So we've got this guy, can block him, he's just flying, okay. Alright, this is definitely not the kind of Gix deck I think I'm too scared of. So I should have played the one that was really better. So I think we're just going to go for some fast damage here. Put some pressure on my opponent. Since I assume all he's doing this turn is Gix. But if I make him kill this instead, then he's not playing Gix, and that's good for us. And then next turn we can follow that up with Elder Gargoyle. That would be nice. Unless my opponent managed to do more hand destruction. Yeah, I firmly believe if you need to play hand destruction type cards like this in a for fun format that isn't competitive in any way, you are just a weak ass human. Who just pathetically wants to win this game for fun. I have trouble respecting a person like that. More hand destruction, yay. What a fucking winner. Guess we'll get rid of the Jewel Thief. On the plus side, we are kicking our opponent's ass because they are spending their time doing weak hand destruction and not defending themselves. I just have to hope he doesn't have like Crux of Fate or something. Kelly. I don't think you should attack with that beetle, friend, but thank you. Let's put another creature on the board. So, if I discard the land, I won't be able to play Carnage Tyrant unless I top deck another land, which is pretty unlikely. So I think I'm going to get rid of the Carnage Tyrant. We don't really need it. Our board state is amazing at the moment. That's a good draw. I don't think I'm going to need this for its channel ability. Now we're just one mana away from getting our commander down and basically just winning. I mean, I don't even think we need our commander this game the way my opponent's played, but... just trying to decide if I want to ram through now. If I do ram through, I probably want to get rid of this thing. Although he's not really doing that much at all. Just making virus beetles, which are really doing nothing anymore. I think I'm just going to kill the Gix, tie up the Zenith for a turn. Just do it right now just in case they end up blocking with it. Let's get some damage into his face. It's everything but the Paradise Druid, I think. I'm going to make another beast. So I can block his Death Toucher. opponent needs to do something here, or he's dead anyways. But needs a board wipe, basically. Was it a good game? If you say so. Okay. Win number 2. Well, the deck is doing alright. I mean, if I was playing against a real Gix deck, we probably lost that game. But we're playing against a weak Gix deck, so you know. Sakama. That's a pretty scary card. Okay, this hand is definitely got some potential. I'm going to need to draw at least a land, but I think I'm going to keep this one lander. Kind of a two-lander. Oh. No, there's no reason to play him right away. I'd rather play the goose. So this guy reduces the cost by 1 per course. Oh, he's got a really good start for a dinosaur deck. Really fast start. Yes, we drew a forest. That's great. I think I might just go for the Topiary Stomper right now. Then again, I don't know. A couple of options here. I'm thinking about saving food to where I can get out Questing Beast or Whisperer next turn. That's probably better. So let's just play this guy, I think, as creature. And I'll just hold back on the rest for now. It'd be really nice if we draw another land this turn. That's a good one. We might be getting aggroed out of this game. Got a very aggro start. Questing Beast should slow some of that down a bit, so I'm probably going to have to play that. And I don't think it's worth taking 3 damage in this situation to get this guy out, so I'm going to play this tapped. Yep, I guess that's the play. Slows down a little, that's good. Really glad he didn't play another big monster. Does he have removal? That'd be unfortunate. That's surprising. I think I might do this trade. I'm getting low on life. I take another 5 damage, maybe I'll have it. I don't think I need the Questing Beast to win or anything, and I'm already going to be able to get my Beast Whisperer down next turn and have less pressure on me if I do this, so I'll do this. I think it's worth it, especially with my Noxus and drops. Ooh, that's awesome. Can't quite play it yet, but that is a good one. Try to decide if I want to do the Topiary Stomper and the Ascended Pack Leader, or just play the Beast Whisperer. I think I got the time for the Beast Whisperer. If my opponent did something with more pressure last turn, I might have had to do this instead, but then again, maybe not, because the Topiary Stomper can't even block yet. Anyway, don't have to think about that. Oh, very good, very good. He'll get a counter and I'll get a card, so let's see what I draw with the cheap one first. Ooh, Blizzard Ball, not good. Oh, I forgot to put the Snowlands in the deck, didn't I? Whoops, I thought I did that. It's like my only snow card in the deck anyways, but I'm sure I'll still find a use for it. But I think I'm just going to do this Topiary Stomper and draw a card. There's also land, which I don't think I'm going to... I was tempted to save this to get my questing bees back later, but I think I need the land more. This also means we can get our Nissa out next turn. That'll get us lots of mana. Definitely got to remember to try and switch my forest for Snowlands though, just for the Blizzard Brawl. And I probably should put Faceless Haven in the deck. Oh, Vanquisher's Banner. That's a good card. Still think I want Nissa first, though the Defiler first is tempting, but I think it's still better off doing Nissa first. Might still do this Blizzard Brawl to get rid of this guy. We're definitely gonna do this. I'm gonna tap a non-forest, I think. Doesn't matter which one. I guess I really don't need to get rid of that guy though. I think I'd rather make a food with my Gilder Pigs. Yeah, I don't even need that. Should I just tap in for the mana and use the Blizzard Brawl? So my opponent doesn't get any kind of big-ass haste creature out this turn. And he's still a ways away from getting this Galt down. I think if he gets this combat down, we might just lose pretty much on the spot. Okay, that's not good for us, but not so bad. Is he going to do counters, or is he going to throw damage? Just doing counters. That's fine. Probably should have thrown damage there, but I'm not complaining. So I think this turn, as much as I want to get my commander down, I'm probably going to go for the Titan of Industry instead. So I'm going to blow up that Vanquisher's Banner and get rid of his card draw. There's also an argument to be made for the Defiler first. So how much potential mana do I have here? 6, 7, 8, 9. And I can untap a forest and get 11 mana. So if I play Defiler, that lets me play him essentially for 6, so that's enough. So I can do Defiler and Titan. It's probably worth it. Too. But I think I'm going to stick with the Titan plan for now, just get some big monsters on the board so that I can get lethal next turn with my commander. I'll go for this and this. Sky Trample. It's just over. Okay. That makes sense. If he didn't have anything in his deck that would deal with his board, he was dead, so... Wow, 3-0 so far. Pretty good for a deck I wasn't really expecting much out of. But, you know, green stompy, sometimes it just wins. Our matchups have not been against super control-y decks, which would probably wreck us. Alright, game number 4. We're on a roll. Definitely need more mana for this deck, for this hand to function, so we'll mull this. Oh, we're against a Turgid deck? God damn, I hate Turgid. I mean, we'll probably wreck Turgid, but it's so annoying. It's such a boring deck. This hand looks okay. Hopefully we can draw a land or two, but I guess we're gonna come up with some mana immediately. Yeah. I still yet to actually play this deck. So far, this deck literally could have been any green commander, and we probably still would have had the same record. There's not that much you can do with him that isn't just sort of typical green stuff, you know? I think that's why he's probably the most boring of the Dominuses. Well, we didn't get land, unfortunately, but we do have the Gala Breathers. Hopefully we can either draw some more of our 1 or 2 drops, or some land, and start getting value out of that. No point to attack. We're definitely going to lose if we don't get some mana soon, though. If we leave Turgid alone too long, it's going to start killing all our stuff and stealing it. Oh, Turgid players. So lame. Okay, so my plan can play. Pilfer, yeah, of course. It's Turgid deck, what else would he be doing? What do you get rid of? Oh, yeah. That's fine. Alright, well now we need some treasure at least. So I'm kind of mentally checked out of this game because, I don't know, playing against Turgid just is so boring and just uninteresting. Just kind of just want to move on to the next game. I don't even care if we win or lose. In fact, I don't know, maybe I'll give it one more draw here, but we're not really getting a good hand to battle against Turgid anyways, so why waste time? I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to have fun playing this match out no matter what, so we'll just take the loss. I'm fine with that. If we got a land there, maybe there would have been some chance, but even then, probably not. Plus, Turgid's just super annoying, so I'd rather stay in a good mood. We got a lot of land for this deck. That's really good. And a couple of Ranor Dorks. Yeah, this looks good. I hate that graphic with the one that flies across your screen. It's just so annoying. Wish they'd get rid of that. Which one first? Does it matter? 1, 2, and 1, 3. I guess 1, 3 first. Either one pumps my pelt collector. So we've got 4 mana. Not quite enough to get a Shia down, sadly. Okay, next turn. Oh, I've drawn a lot of land. Considering I only have 32 in the deck. Might as well just swing for damage. I do both of these, so if I play the Grazer and I throw that land down, I still have 5 mana, so perfect. I'll be all out of cards in hand, but we'll have a Shia on the board against a white-red deck, so that'll be pretty hard for them to deal with. That'll get us our Dominus down for the first time in this whole run. Brunor. It's a pretty good card. I had a Brunor deck at one point. It was really aggro, so I get bored of aggro pretty fast, but it was fun for a short time. What do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Essentially 10 mana if I want it, so play him and this. I'm gonna do this first. What is trying to tap for me? I need 7 mana, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wyatt was trying to tap my phone collector. Well, at least we finally got to play the Dominus, but yeah, if he lands and you can't deal with it, you're just gonna die, that is true. So I don't blame my opponent for leaving at that point. He must not have any board wipes or removal in his deck. So that draw was pretty good. We're at 4 and 1. This deck's matches are going pretty quick, actually. That seems fine, I guess. I think this guy in this deck is going to be pretty strong. Although normally he's not that good, but being able to get my power doubled by him first and have 4 seems pretty good. Is this the same Gix deck we played before? I don't even remember. We played a Gix deck earlier that was running with Ginger Brute for some reason. He's playing lots of hand destruction, if I remember right. I like that card. Damn, I forgot about the snow thing again. Definitely shouldn't have this in the deck if I don't have the snowman. I mean, it's still fine, it's just a fight card, but definitely don't get the maximum value. So let's see, I'm probably going to want to save my Gilded Goose mana for something else. But I don't know. Against the Gix deck, maybe I want to try and go faster. This guy with the Goose could actually be pretty good for combat too. Let's do this. Hopefully I don't come to regret it. But this guy being a 3/3 Vigilance Trample that gives +3/+3 to another creature, it's not bad for a 2-drop, right? It's got to be the same guy I played before. I don't remember the name. Get him under my Crater Hook that I'm nowhere near passing. That's fine. Probably should have hit the Elder Gargaroth with the Vivian, but looks fine with me. It's not attack, okay. Ooh, we drew land. Excellent. I want to do the Blizzard Brawl thing. I don't really care about this pup. I can just trade for that and then swing in for 6. Or I could save mana for food, which might be better. Can always do the Blizzard Brawl thing after as well with the pup or whatever. Yeah, let's do that. If he wants to trade for the Sir or whatever, I'm not that worried about it. Decides to take it. Blizzard Brawl with no Blizzard. Fine. He gets to draw a card, but that was inevitable. At least he doesn't have a creature on the board, so if he plays Gix now, he's just alone. That works out okay. Now if we draw a land, we can get our... Yes, our 5 drops down. Okay, which one is better to play first? So if I do Vivian, I can make a 3/3 beast. And if I do Gargaroth, I can get a really big guy out that will... I think I'd rather get the Gargaroth first. So part of me is tempted to do this and then try and get the -2 off with the Gargaroth next turn. But knowing my opponent is playing hand destruction, it is no guarantee that I will be able to keep whatever card's in my hand for next turn, and I'd rather get the Elder Gargaroth on the board, so I think that's what we're going to do. Do I want to attack is the real question right now. Probably not. I mean, even if he trades his Gix, I think I'd better off just hanging on to the stuff at the moment, with the way things have played out. I'll just wait on the attack. Attack with him and the Gargaroth. Or maybe with the pup again, depending on what my opponent does here. But at least my opponent is not in a position to attack us and draw cards. That's fine. And he had discard, so he had both. Great. Fucking weird. Well, we can't cast that, that's for sure. Alright, well, I guess we're swinging. I will hold back the Goose for food, though. We're probably going to need that, so let's do this again. If you want to trade your Gix for my Sir, whatever he's called, Sir, whatever, Farron, that's fine. Probably should have. Alright. he has Gelatinous Cube. Yep. Well, we're definitely losing now, probably. Unless our top deck here is really good, I think this game is over. It feels bad losing to such a badly designed Gix deck, but oh well. That's Magic. Sometimes you just lose to anything, like anybody can win. Really, the skill doesn't matter that much half the time. Champion of Lambolt is not going to do anything, so let's just move on. Zinks. I remember this guy having an interesting ability, but having the unfortunate downside of being in Mardu colors. So he's not nearly as good as he could have been. But definitely can still do some interesting things. I guess this is a good hand. Ish. And I have a feeling we're going to get value out of that. Since my opponent must be playing some kind of artifact deck. I think I'll save this to play as the creature. I was trying to figure out why it made that like weird insect noise. It's actually an insect. Okay. What a weird card, design-wise. Let's do that. Next turn, do some things. Toxic, my favorite. Well, I guess we're just going to blow up that and play my tap now. Jensen, the Toxic deck, huh? Generally not a fan of destroying people's mana sources, but since this guy's playing Toxic, I might do that with my Haywire Might and exile this thing. Because fuck you for playing Toxic. I think I'm going to. I don't feel bad about that at all. Toxic players deserve bad things to happen to them. Alright, well that's 5 and 2. So the deck ran pretty well. Actually surprisingly well. Usually my experiences with mono green stompy type decks, I mean, you know, you have times where the deck performs well, but most of the time if I were to do this long enough to play like 20 games, I'd probably lose most of them. Because Green Stompy is really easy to beat in Historic Brawl. I was just lucky enough not to really face any actual like hardcore control decks, which would totally beat this deck most of the time. But this is the deck, if you didn't see it at the beginning. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, just please like and subscribe, and I'll keep making it. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave comments. You know, you don't need to talk about the fact that I forgot to put Snowland in the deck and played Blizzard Brawl. I mean, I still actually got value out of Blizzard Brawl just for the fight effect anyways, so it never actually mattered very much. But technically those should be Snow Forest, I am aware, so you don't need to mention that. But other than that, feel free to comment about the deck if you have any you know, questions or things you'd like to say. Until next time, happy gaming.